'Cause we love our love in different sizes. I love her body, especially the lies. Time take its toll, but not on the ice. Promise me this, take me tonight.
Hello and welcome to the Perfect 10 Show. We are back with a Ryder Cup special where we chat about what's trending in sport and give you the chance to win £10,000. Thank you, Pete. You're the only one who puts any effort into that one.
Big for you, mate.
Thanks, Pete. We're also, alongside Pete, we've got Harris back for another episode.
Hi, Simon.
Harris, I heard you had another wild Friday night.
Yeah, it was a late one. I had to work the weekend, so I was paying for it, and I still feel a bit ropey now, so you have to bear with me. Yeah, I can't talk about the fishing trip.
Not very professional of you, is it?
I'm a consummate professional.
Are you?
Yes.
As he says, drinking a beer.
Yeah, I didn't have table.
Pete, you went to a football game this weekend, I think?
I did, yes. Manchester City. Seem to be getting back into it now. Clicking into gears. Sane, electric. David Silva, classy. Bernardo Silva, just ridiculous. So, great day.
You also enjoyed a few beverages.
I did. I don't actually remember most of the second half. And then...
Of the Man City game?
Of the City game. And then
When you paid like 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't try this at home, kids.
And Anton, you're back for another show. Welcome.
Yes, I'm back again, Simon.
Are you feeling a bit better? You had a bit of time off last week because you were a bit ill. Were you doing a bit of spring cleaning?
Spring cleaning is one word. I had a bit of a remedy for my illness that I got on the stag do. Sorry, and I found myself doing a bit of trumpet polishing this weekend, Simon, and it's done the trick. I can tell you that. Back to health.
Dear me, right, let's introduce today's special guest. It's one of the men behind the best golfing channels on social media at the moment. It's Ryan Curtis from the club. And this week, because Ryan is here, we are giving away a 4-ball at the Belfry. Scene of the Ryder Cup wins in... I'll tell you, 85, 87 and 2002, the wins for Europe. Ryan,
Stitching me up already.
It's all right, don't worry about it. To give away this amazing prize, we're going to ask the viewers to stick around to the end of the show to answer this question. But I'll give you the question now. It's, what is your favourite amusing golfing saying? Is it A, a gynecologist's assistant just shaves the hole? Or B, an elephant's arse, high and shitty? Right, so you have to stick around to the end of the show. Guess in the comments down below what the answer to that question is. Ryan, have you got any other golfing terms for us like that?
No, I was just glad we started off highbrow there.
Yes,
As always. That's what we're known for.
Other ones from those. There's the Osama bin Laden going from bunker to bunker. The Hitler, 2 shots in a bunker. And the Dennis Wise, nasty little 5-footer.
Oh, he is indeed.
Right,
He's a very small man.
Dear me. Right, let's crack on into our icebreaker. Usually we'd offer you a drink of your choice, but today, because we're not in a pub, we're in a new setting. Studio 68 have had us. Thanks a lot. We've got your warm Corona. How is it?
Yeah, it's lovely. It's the second warm Corona. No, I'm happy for the hospitality.
Right, so we've given you...
That's what you can call it.
We've given you the Corona, so now you have to, legally, give us your best drunken story.
All right, okay, straight in with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to somehow not PG this. I've kind of watched what you guys do before, and I thought that means I can kind of get away with saying stuff, but then I've got to think about my own professional life. So I'm kind of going to go in between that and get in trouble. So when I was at uni, we played football. We were in a football club. We went to Plymouth Uni, rubbish uni. It was all kind of kids that were just not that intelligent, but liked having a few beers. You went to Plymouth Uni. Jesus.
Had you worried?
Yeah. So I went on football tours in July. This is all kind of boring stuff, but we didn't play football. We go to the delights of Malia, Zante, all these kind of places. One night, 3rd or 4th night, we go into the town, blah, 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 stuff happens. Walking back, go get some food, and it's like 6 a.m. So it's got light outside, 6:30. It's where, you know, that time where you can just lost track of what time it is. So
this weekend?
Yeah. So whatever the time is, it's light outside and it's in Greece and it's really, really hot. And there's about 6 of us left. And I've just kind of walking down the strip, kind of don't know where we're going. I'm like, I really need to go to the toilet. So without going in, this is the bit I'm trying to make a bit more PG. The toilet I needed was the less PG version. So I've gone, right, I really need to go. There's nowhere to go around here. So I've jumped over a wall and I'm like, right, I'm going in this hotel, lads, just wait here. So I jump over a wall, walk through a door, run into a toilet, do my business, and then I'm sat there and I'm like, what's that? There's DVDs next to a television there. And I'm like, that's weird for a hotel. So I'm like sat there and I'm like, holy shit, I'm in someone's house.
Oh my
So I'm sat there and I'm like, oh my God, I'm in someone's house. And then I can hear some like bickering in Greek. Well, I assume it was Greek in the kitchen. So I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So I'm still sat there. I finish up what I'm doing and then I'm just sat there trying to compose myself to like what to do. I know my mates are outside. And I'm like, right, the only way out of this is just to bolt it. So I finish, open the door, sprint through the kitchen. These Greek people look at me like, what the hell? Like some guy just pelted it out of our toilet. I ran up the stairs, jumped over a wall, gone to the lads, just f***ing run. So we've legged it down the street. The Greek dude's caught up with us in his Range Rover because we're just running down the street, and because we're hungover, we're probably going to like 2 miles per hour, like just going like that. He's caught us and he's just like, yeah, you rob from me, you steal from me. And I'm just like, no, I
needed a poo.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of going like that, and like it was completely lost in translation. He's trying to ring the police and stuff. I'm like, I just needed to go to, and even that's not good. Like I've said, yeah, I'm still in the wrong. And then I've just gone to lads, let's just peg it. It's the only way I think we can get out of this situation. We ran down the street, made a break for it. He just caught us up in his car again, quite easily. And then it all just kind of melted, but I don't know. That's my story.
Great story.
That's fantastic story.
You gotta go.
Burn that warm Corona.
Yeah, I'm just worried about my job now. But I think I've sufficiently made it.
If you've got to go, you've got to go.
Yeah, there you go.
Nature calls.
That's what I'll say.
There's nothing wrong with putting in a Greek man's
Stand up in court.
Yeah, that's my defence.
Right, let's move on to the Wheel of Misfortune. It's right here. We've got it back for another show. It's got a number of things on it from things like The Last Meal, Shag, Marry, Avoid, First Crush, and Ryan, you're the special guest, so we're going to get you to spin it.
I feel like
Go
we're under
ahead.
attack here. We're like 5 minutes in.
Yes.
There's no escape.
Alright, Shag, Marry, Avoid.
Good one.
Right, let's make this a golfing one, guys.
Go on then.
So, Shag, Marry, Avoid. Who have we got? Tiger Woods,
Tiger Woods.
He lives a good
Ian Poulter.
Ian Poulter, and Rory McIlroy.
Sounds like a good
There's your three handsome
Right.
devils.
Straight away off the bat, I'm in uncharted territory with 3 blokes. But
You got to push
for the
yourself.
sake of the game,
It's 2018.
yeah, no, I've no problems with it. We've got a colourful little thing here.
Who do you think's got the biggest club?
That's something I won't answer. I'm gonna go marry, just the one I'd like to spend the most time with. So what was it again?
Tiger.
Rory Poulter, Rory. So I prefer to hang around with him for the rest of my life.
I don't think marriage would be much of a good show with Tiger as well.
Well, exactly. I'd be always worrying. Where is he? I've worked this out now. The Shag, I'm going to go with Tiger just because he's got so much practice. And then the Avoid, Poulter. Yeah, just because that's the other one also.
No
I
offence to
would
Ian
probably
Poulter.
avoid him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poulter.
Pete,
Is
you agree
that
with
fair?
that?
I think so.
Yeah, it's
I
spot on,
think
man.
that's spot on.
Nice.
Spot on.
Thanks.
Right, should we have more of a serious chat?
Oh, right, okay.
Instead of talking about which golfers we chat.
I'm just getting started.
Right. Do you just want to introduce yourself and a bit about what you do? And
I can. I'm Ryan.
aside from shitting in Greek people's houses,
Yeah, I'm right. Well, yeah, this business pitch isn't going to be as good now. But yeah, I'm Ryan. I run a golf kind of media company called The Club. It's based, I guess, on social media. We make videos, blah, blah, blah. I guess the thing about it is it's aimed at kind of younger people, and we don't... Golf, I think most people's opinion of it, especially outside of golf, is that it's all stuffy. It's for just rich guys or for old guys wearing stupid clothes, and we're just trying to make it a little bit cooler, if possible, that you can just go out, have a crack with your mates, have a beer, whatever, and play golf, and just bring it into like 2018, basically.
and how did the club start?
So it kind of started off with us just taking the piss out of golfers, really, the ones that wear the diamond trousers and all these things. And there was kind of a big audience that just was like, yeah, these people are at our golf clubs, you know, where we play golf. They're these idiots that play golf, and they're just like that. So we built, lukewarm Corona about that. So we built up this audience, and then we were like, okay, so what can we do with it? And our kind of tagline is changing the game. We want to make it just, more modern and just even more like this. When I saw what you guys do, it's just, this is what I would do anywhere with my mates. Just sit down, have a beer, chat about sport. And this is what happens in golf clubs up and down the country, you know. So.
And you actually progressed quite a long way with the club, and you've worked with some amazing golfers. Have you got any good stories about any of the top golfers you worked with?
So when you asked me this before we came on, and I was like, I have loads of good stories about golfers, but I can't say them because I'll never get an interview of a golfer again. So I've got all of those ones. But, yeah, as soon as I do, then I'm done. But I would say good stories, and this is a bit cheesy, but there's a couple of guys that you kind of meet them and you're like, that's sound. I wouldn't expect that from like a millionaire golfer. Like Jordan Smith, who's like from Chippenham near Bristol. He picked me up at the train station. Like, this is a top European Tour golfer. He picked me up at the train station when I came for an interview. It's just, and you're like, that's kind of sound for like these big time sportsmen. Beef, you would know Beef. Beef. He came and did a podcast with us, and we were like, I was like, oh shit, Beef's coming. Do I order him an Uber, get him from the station to where he needs to go? He's like, nah, bruv. What train do I need to catch? We're in Camden at the studio. What train do I need to catch? Just bowling up there, and he's pretty recognisable, you know. Yeah. He just bowled up there, and then we're like, right, Beef, what do you want to drink? He's like, yeah, mate, I'll have a couple of beers and that. And then we were chatting, and we were chatting for like 2.5 hours on this podcast. I'm like, mate, you've got to go home. Your missus is at home. Your manager's told you you're only meant to be here for like 3/4 of an hour. He's like, fuck it, don't worry, we'll just chat. And so it's just that, I think it's just golfers like that you notice, and you're just like, he's actually just a relatable, normal dude. Because a lot of them aren't. So that's when you notice that.
Yeah, good to meet normal sports.
Yeah, sorry if that's not funny.
No, it's fine. I think yeah, you've done the funny part.
Thanks.
And talking about the Ryder Cup, kind of what plans have you got for that? Yeah,
so we're going out for it. Super excited. Like, to me, like the Ryder Cup, I have my mates that don't like golf texting me like about the Ryder Cup. Like, they'll normally not watch golf, and then they'll be like, the Ryder Cup's on. Like, this is where I can get into it. I think because it's a little bit tribal, us against them. Yeah, it's just a big sporting event. And just as a sports fan and a golf fan, I just love these kind of peak of golf, and the atmosphere there is going to be epic. Last time out, America gave us it. The fans were getting rowdy. This time around, we'll make it treble as bad, just because I think that kind of football and golf culture combined, it'll get loud. So that's what I'm excited for, like seeing the top sportsmen under like immense pressure and with proper atmosphere. So yeah, we're just out there, and I'm like, it's work, but I'm just, I don't know, just lucky to be going to do it for a job, I guess, which is weird.
Yeah. Anton?
Yeah, I can't wait for the Ryder Cup, Simon. I really can't. And I'm just thinking back, Harris. I know Alex Ferguson once gave a motivational speech to the European Ryder Cup team, didn't he? And he used the example of how he's always set his teams up in a formation similar to how geese fly. And he said that to the European team. I can't remember what year it was when
they were behind at the time, weren't they?
He told them this when they were behind and they came back to win. And he was there at the presentation ceremony after Europe had won.
I don't think it was that long ago.
And he looked up, and what came past?
Was it
a flock of geese in formation. Forget your pack of quavers with Peter Kay at the funeral. A flock of geese flew past. It's not like that, is it, Harris? He told you that.
Are you comparing Sir Alex to God?
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
But in all seriousness, I cannot wait for the Ryder Cup, and like Ryan says, to see people at the top of the game under this kind of pressure, it matters.
It really does. And Ryan, Tiger Woods, what are your thoughts on him going into this tournament? Obviously, a lot of focus.
I'm a bit of a Tiger Woods fanboy. Like, I grew up kind of literally when I was 12. I started playing golf. My mum like chucked me down the golf club. Just right, go down there. at the pitch and pattern, all me and my mates just wore red Nike t-shirts, red Nike shirts. We just loved Tiger Woods. That's all it was about. And then he kind of, I don't know. Yeah, I still love him, basically. I was going to come up with some long story about it, but I still love him. And so he just moves the needle more than anyone else in golf. Like, he changed it so much in that sport set. And this year, the Open, the PGA, he's had a chance to win. And a lot of people wrote him off, said he'd never play again. So now he's back and he's doing bits. So the Ryder Cup, he's not got great.
You were there, weren't you, on the final day of the Open? I think, Ryan, when Tiger got within one shot of the lead, and I thought he was going to do it. I really did. I had some money on him myself.
So I was kind of working, but I was literally just following him around like a One Direction fan. I was just like, oh my God, he's going to do it. Oh my God, he's going to do it.
Yeah. And is this why you want to shag him from before?
Yeah, exactly that. Anything he wants to do, within reason. And a couple of lukewarm Coronas, and anyone's, especially Tiger Woods. But he made double bogey, and it was heartbreaking. But even being there and seeing it's sporting history. Like, that's what we're all waiting for, basically, as kind of golf fans and as Tiger Woods fans, is that moment where he comes back and he wins. Hopefully not the Ryder Cup, because that's probably the only time I don't want him to win. But any time else, especially in the majors, like the Masters, that'd be the best one if possible.
And I think in the Open he was 25-1 before the first round of this year's Open. You think back to when he was in the peak of his powers and he was going off at 5-2 for majors, 2-1.
I've seen him at evens before, which out of 140 competitors being at evens.
It speaks for itself. It's quite incredible. And you've got accounts on Twitter now like the Tiger Tracker, which literally just says about everything he does, and I think that's on 250,000 followers now.
It might be verified as well.
I think is it through
the
Golf Channel?
The Golf Channel just basically got a guy following Tiger everywhere he goes.
Is it you?
Which is the sickest job. I wish it was me. Which is the sickest job. He literally just follows Tiger around and just tweets every shot he does. And people love it. Lukewarm Corona again. Jesus.
It's fine. Anything goes on it.
Okay.
Right, as this is the Ryder Cup special, let's have a quick look ahead to next week. Ryan, let's start with you. Is there any way that Europe can win?
I'd say we're going to win. Like, I think people were like, the betting will say America are going to win. All the American media will say they're going to win because people just go off the rankings. They'll just go, this is Brooks Koepka, he's killed it. This is Dustin Johnson, Jordan Spieth, all these names, which is amazing. Fair enough. But they're playing a different game every week. They're playing individual tournaments. Add in that home and away in the Ryder Cup is such a big thing. Like Thomas Bjorn, the captain, as well. Thomas Bjorn, the captain, sets up the course to suit us. He'll make the greens slower to be more like European standards. He'll bring the rough in to make it that their big hitters can't be so in the fairway all the time. And the atmosphere, like you said, is just massive. So I would have us to win. So there's value there for betting. If you're I would say.
I think Europe are priced around 11-8 at the moment, Simon. But USA are clear favourites. But my bet for the Ryder Cup comes from the top European rookie market, where I'm fancying Alex Noren to win that market, and he's priced at 5-1 with Bet365, and he's got quite a good record at the course at Le Golf National, is it, in Paris, where it's been held, and that's where the French Open is, and he was the winner of that this year. He's also got 2 top 10 finishes as well in the 2 years prior to this win, and to me that looks a solid bet at 5-1.
Yeah, he's a proper player. He's if I was going to compare him to a footballer, I'd call it, he's like a Milner. Yeah. He is just steady, which on that golf course, and when you play foursomes where you're taking turns on shots, it's so important. So 5-1 is a good shout.
Yeah.
Harris, you ever played a foursome?
I can't answer that on camera, I don't think.
I also saw for the top American
You're just
betting.
smart, aren't you?
He is. Pure smart.
Just sit.
He's meant to be the centre.
My mum watches this.
You wait, I've got a worse question coming up. I've
So
also
cool.
seen in the betting Tiger's 9-1 to be the top American, which is quite long odds, I think, for me. I know there's a lot of competition there, but
he might not play all 5 games. That's the difference. And the Americans have got some proper players that will play all 5. Dustin, for example, or Koepka will probably play all 5. 9-1 still long though.
Yeah, that's what I thought indeed. Harris, you've been quite quiet apart from that. I won't be horrible to you. I know your golf knowledge isn't.
I'm nervous already.
What's your favourite part in Happy Gilmore?
I've never seen it.
Oh, you bastard!
You had one job.
I'm
Awful,
not a massive Adam Sandler fan. What can I say?
It's a classic.
You have got some experience on a golf course, though, haven't you?
Well, our producer Charlie last year thought it'd be a good idea to shoot like a viral video for some golf tournament.
Did it go viral?
No. He made me literally crawl around on my hands and knees in a park with a crocodile mask on. I was in pain at the time, and he said, "Just shut up and get on with it." And I have to be honest. I'll say this on camera. It was probably the second most degrading moment of my life.
That leads us to a question. What is the most degrading?
Again, my mum watches the show, so I can't say. Can't talk about the fishing trip.
God.
So yeah, thank you, producer Charlie.
Ryan, thoughts on Happy Gilmore?
Yeah, like I'm not an Adam Sandler film either, but it's a bit of a classic. And it's before Adam Sandler got big enough where he did shit films, basically. Yeah. So I'd say give it a watch.
Like I love The Waterboy. I mean, and Billy Madison when I was about 12 was funny.
Dear me.
Anton loves it, as you can imagine.
I'm really gonna have to crowbar this joke in, but
It's not like you.
Crowbar every joke straight in with it.
Yeah.
there's a lot of shared holes for the Ryder Cup.
God.
Harris, have you ever shared a hole?
Again, my mum watches this show, so I can't answer
That's
that.
it, we're done. Nice seeing you all.
You are just pure smut.
Right, let's cut that there. Our predictions. Pete, good news for you. In our little predictions leaderboard, you're top. I don't know how it's happened.
Early
really.
days, isn't it?
You were the only one last week to predict Liverpool to beat Tottenham. You got 5
5 out of 5 so far of the ones that I predicted. It's a banker, basically. If I say it, it's going to happen. I haven't got a correct score, but whoever I've said will win, will win.
Everyone's luck runs out eventually.
When's your luck going to start? You're on 0 points.
I think class tells in the end, and from this moment forth, I think I'll be banging them in.
Okay, brilliant. Well, this week we are going to predict the Ryder Cup final score. So this is going to be a really tough one to get right, obviously. The most recent results, we had USA 17, Europe 11, which you touched on earlier, and then Europe 16.5 to USA 11.5. So, Harris, I guess you can go first if you're so confident.
I think, unfortunately, the USA, they've got so many big names and golfing legends. There's just so many to name. And I'd have to say they will win, so I'm just trying to work out 28.
We'll stick
10-18 to the USA.
Okay, that's quite a heavy score, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Pete?
I actually originally was thinking USA, but you have swayed me, so I'm going to go with Europe.
Or I'm trying to beat markets. So
Europe 14.5, America 13.5.
That's what I was going to say. Just because I want it to happen. So anything I bet on, I just bet on what I want to happen. So 40, I want Rory to hold a putt in the final group against Tiger to win it 14.5, 13.5, and then I'll be happy.
Pete, you've got to be feeling confident.
If he's saying it, then I feel a lot more confident now.
Anton?
I'm going to go for 15-13 to Europe, but I think Ryan's opinion was brilliant. I am normally very stats-based with my bets, but as we know, stats can be like mini-skirts. They look good, but it's what's underneath that counts. And Ryan, you've put it brilliantly there, and you've made a really good case for Europe, and you've won me over. 15-13 to Europe.
Simon?
I'm going to go for 15-13, but to USA.
Oh, traitor.
I've heard what you've had to say and I've completely ignored you.
You've got to go with the head in these matters, not the heart.
Yes, we'll see what happens at the end of that, but that's certainly one to keep an eye on. Anyway, never mind about the Ryder Cup. Here is an exclusive clip from the Sportsman's Cider Cup. Let's have a look.
Have some of that. You're not gonna make this putt, you jackass!
Wow, that wasn't actually that bad.
Absolutely incredible.
Can we just loop him from coming out of the tree?
The thing is, that was probably the least embarrassing thing he did on the day.
Yeah, well,
we'll find out when
I'm
we
excited for the rest
wait
of
for the
that.
Cider Cup to come out. That's going to be incredible.
You can watch that full video when it comes out across the Sportsman channels. Ryan, what did you think of that? What did you think of my strike, by the way?
Yeah, so your strike, I mean, you were a bit low on your swing. You were kind of sweeping, like you were, I don't know, raking things off the floor. But you actually struck it quite well. Hand-eye coordination. It's a start.
You're being far too confidential. I hit it. I mean,
you hit it.
You didn't have somebody putting you off though, like Anton was putting off Jack.
I think about that video, it's more that bit.
When I close my eyes to go to sleep tonight, I'll see that.
Yeah, I literally saw a half-a-second clip, and then he cut it. I'm like, what just happened?
I know.
Feel violent.
Yeah. It's like that was just something you didn't want to see.
The Sportsman squirrel strikes.
That's
Right.
Every day in the office, that's what we get.
That's all we have to put up with.
It's the squirrel.
That's it.
It's a nightmare, living hell.
He's always there.
Right, guys, I've got to share some bad news with you. I'm afraid this week there's no Wagner.
Oh, I can't deal with that.
That's it. I'm gone.
Where is it?
Enough.
What is the point of you doing the show this week if Wagner's not on it?
Wagner's been crawling around Swansea at some 18th birthday party.
Wagner, we don't judge you, mate. Don't worry.
Yeah, he's been Swansea, he's been Bristol, and now he might be in Benidorm, but we can't get hold of
Go
him.
on, Wagner.
But he's going to be back next week. I'm going to make sure he's back next week.
We miss you, Wagner.
We miss you.
So there'll be some. We usually have some singing from him and a nice bet. But
we can do a song.
La 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 la. Anton, over to you.
So a bet for this weekend, and the first team I'm going with this weekend is Crystal Palace, and they're at home to Newcastle. Crystal Palace are priced at evens, and they got back to winning ways last week. And the influence of Wilfried Zaha for Palace has been massive.
Can't be underestimated.
He's the second most foul player as well, which tells you all in the last 5 years.
I think he was unhappy last week, wasn't he, at Huddersfield with some of the tackles that were going in.
You've got to understand that though.
You're right, Harrison. Since the start of last season, Palace have had 11 games where Zaha has not started, and they've lost every one of those, which I think speaks for itself. And Palace, I think they'll have too much for Newcastle this weekend. Newcastle are yet to win. They've got 1 point on the board, and I've said it before, I'm a big fan of Rafa. I backed them to get beat. I backed them to be beaten last week by Arsenal.
They're not good enough, are they?
And I thought it was a good effort against the first half, especially. They put in a really gutsy performance against Arsenal last week. But for me, Palace home win at evens. And the second part of the double this week, Simon.
The smile's going onto my face because I know.
He knows what's coming. It is Coventry. And it's Coventry double chance, win or draw, and they are away at Bristol Rovers, aren't they, Simon?
They are indeed. I think that's very sensible of you to do it double chance.
You can tell we're in need. We're in need of a winner, aren't we?
We're in need of a winner. Basically, I can't believe the price Kovar this weekend.
I think the 5-2 for the outright win and 4-5 double chance, which for me is an absolute steal.
They're playing.
Get the wheelbarrow out and load it up. Get the pension out. Come on, Coventry double chance.
This is going to backfire on me now, isn't it? Basically, they're playing Bristol Rovers, who are in the bottom 3. They haven't had a win in 5 games. Cov are back now. They've got 2 wins on the trot in League One. They beat the unbeaten Barnsley on Saturday. They're playing some great football now.
They've had a really good start to the season, they have.
Yeah, and I just think we've turned a corner, and I can't believe the price we've seen there. So I'm completely with you. Going double chance makes it a bit safer, but to be honest, I think we'll put 4 or 5 past them.
So those combined as a double, Crystal Palace to beat Newcastle, and Coventry double chance pays 5-2, and that's top price with Bet365.
That's very good. And of course, you can, as always, get on Anton's dirty double in the comments section below. I think I'm going to have a bit of that. Let's all have a go.
I'm going to give that a miss.
I'm going to lay it.
Yeah, I'm going for Bristol.
Right, thanks Anton for that dirty double. But you are back in the spotlight now, as after a week off, we've got the return of Anton v Harris. Anton's 3-1 up, and with the golf theme today, we've got a putting challenge. Harris is up with the first putt here. Yeah. He's wearing shoes which can only be described as shit flickers, and he's missed.
Mashed potato!
Ryan, what were your thoughts on that first attempt?
It must have been adrenaline.
You're not going to make this putt, you jackass!
Here's Anton now stepping up. Can he go 1-0 ahead?
He's considered, he's measured.
Ham and cheese! Oh!
I think that was a better attempt from Anton. He looks like he's got a bit about him.
I think the pressure's getting to him. The adrenaline is flowing. They're hitting it so hard. Just tap it in.
Tap.
I've never seen this film.
Oh,
he's in the sun.
He's like like Osama bin Laden. He's going from bunker to bunker. Anton, can he go 1-0 ahead?
Oh, he's had a West.
Agonising there, Ryan.
Never leave it short. Never up, never in.
This is Harris's last chance. He needs to get this to win this. What do you make of his shoes, Pete?
Shit flickers.
Oh,
He's Hitler. 2 shots in the bunker.
You missed this, it's a draw. Into the wet. That's what you say, isn't it, you golfers? Come on.
Harris ending up.
Here we go. We need a winner.
Here's Anton to win.
I mean, there's no pressure. Oh.
Harris has been humiliated yet again.
Wow, Anton. What a win.
Another win.
Congratulations, Anton.
Cheers, Pete.
A real pressure pot that was at the end, wasn't it?
Bucky stopped taking bets weeks ago, Simon.
You really are on top. That's a 4-1 lead you've got now in the series.
Can Harris bring it back?
I couldn't get a feel for it. Sometimes I need to ease myself in and swing, and I just couldn't. And
That's the worst grip you've had on a shaft since Friday night.
His mum watches this.
No, she knows about that.
Right, let's move on to the perfect 10. It's how we end the show.
Yes.
There are only 2 rounds left of our September monthly prize, where we give away £500 to whoever is top of the leaderboard. Ooh. Last week, Frimpong got 5 out of 10. Not bad.
Decent.
Not bad
It
at all.
puts him top of the special guest leaderboard alongside Razor, Ruddock and Liam Vizay. Let's see how Ryan gets on. Right, we've got the fixtures behind you, but I will just read them through and you can pick whichever team
Because you're not
will
an
win.
owl.
Save your next strain.
Owl. Right, Burnley v Bournemouth. Who have we got? Bournemouth had a great performance against Leicester.
Yeah, Burnley have got to get it going at some point. I'm going to go Burnley.
Derby v Brentford. Brentford now favourites to win the championship.
Yeah.
4-1.
What am I saying? Win, draw, lose?
Yeah, win, draw, win, whichever. Away win, home win, draw.
So who was it? Sorry, Brentford.
Derby v Brentford.
Okay, I'll go draw.
Draw there. Reading v Hull in a game that I would not want to watch.
Win. Home win. I'm going to say home win unless it's obvious that it's not a home win.
Reading, right. Accrington v AFC Wimbledon.
Not up on the form of these boys. Home win.
Good.
They've done all right, Avaki. They've had a really good effort of coming up to League One.
Yes, they really have. Another team who've done all right since coming up to League One is Luton. They're away at Blackpool. Blackpool v Luton.
I was in Plymouth on the weekend and Blackpool got a little 1-0 win down there. So I'm going to say Blackpool are going to follow it up with another win.
A home win. Scunthorpe v Shrewsbury.
Jesus.
Yeah, we're in the depths of League One here.
What do you think?
I think home win.
Home win. Let's go home win again. I'm going to win this just by saying home win on repeat.
Right. This is honestly the worst game of the weekend. Morecambe v Macclesfield. I think this is 22nd versus 23rd in League One.
Massive.
League Two, sorry. Yes.
Morecambe. Home win.
Favourites with the bookies.
Yep, there you go.
Oldham v Colchester. You can't listen to him anymore. Come on.
As we're up here, I'll say Oldham.
Yeah.
Very good. Tranmere v Newport County. Now, Newport were third, but they got beaten 6-0 at home by Yeovil at the weekend. So will they bounce back from that?
If you're getting beat at home by Yeovil 6-0, I'm going to back you to win this week.
Newport.
Yeah.
And we're going to finish off with Yeovil. Yeovil at home to Swindon. Will they continue their good form with this?
Southwest Derby.
Yes.
I'm going to say home win. Sorry for being completely boring there, but I'm looking at it getting 8 points there.
If you're top of the league, it's a results business, as Jose Mourinho would say.
There you go.
Right.
Bringing Jose into it.
All right, calm down. Someone's had a beer. Right, we're going to give away this amazing golf prize now. If you remember from the start of the show, Ryan, what's your favourite amusing golfing saying? Is it A, a gynaecologist's assistant just shaves the hole? Or B, an elephant's arse, high and shitty? Could you please reveal the answer?
Although an elephant's heart is also high, probably not shitty, I would say it's not something I say every week when I'm playing golf, but a gynaecologist assistant just shaving the hole has to be my favourite one.
That is it. What a way to end the show that is, by the way. Remember, you can play the Perfect 10 on thesportsman.com. Every weekend you've got the chance to win £10,000. And what's been quite an X-rated show, I think, this weekend,
because of you,
has now come to a close. So thanks for joining me, Ryan, and thanks for having us, everyone else.
No worries.
Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe below and ding that notification bell to get our latest uploads into your inbox.